Muhammad Yunus was a man who dedicated his life to fighting poverty and promoting social change. He was born in 1940 in the small town of Chittagong, Bangladesh, and from a young age, he was determined to make a difference in the world. Growing up, Yunus witnessed firsthand the devastating effects of poverty and inequality on his community. He saw how families struggled to make ends meet and how children were forced to work instead of going to school. This experience left a profound impression on him and motivated him to pursue a career in economics. After completing his studies at Chittagong University, Yunus went on to earn a Ph.D. in economics from Vanderbilt University in the United States. He then returned to Bangladesh to teach at Chittagong University, where he became increasingly interested in the concept of microfinance. Microfinance is a system of providing small loans to individuals and groups who do not have access to traditional banking services. Yunus believed that by providing these loans, he could empower people to start their own businesses and lift themselves out of poverty. In the 1970s, Yunus put his theory to the test by providing small loans to a group of women in the village of Jobra. The experiment was a huge success, and the women were able to start their own businesses and improve their lives. This experience convinced Yunus that microfinance could be a powerful tool for fighting poverty and promoting economic development. In 1983, Yunus founded the Grameen Bank, which became the first microfinance institution in the world. The bank's mission was to provide small loans to the poor, with a focus on women, who were often excluded from traditional banking services. The Grameen Bank quickly became a model for microfinance institutions around the world, and Yunus was hailed as a pioneer in the field. He was awarded numerous accolades, including the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006, for his contributions to the fight against poverty. Despite his success, Yunus never lost sight of the importance of social change. He continued to advocate for the rights of the poor and for policies that would promote economic development. He was also a vocal critic of corruption and advocated for transparency and accountability in government. Unfortunately, Yunus's work was not without controversy. The Grameen Bank faced criticism from some who felt that the bank's focus on women was discriminatory. Some accused Yunus of mismanaging the bank's funds, which led to an investigation. Despite the criticism, Yunus remained committed to his work, and the Grameen Bank continued to provide loans and support to the poor. Muhammad Yunus passed away on October 5, 2021. He was 81 years old. His death was a loss not only to his family but to the world, as he dedicated his life to fighting poverty and promoting social change. His legacy lives on through the Grameen Bank and the many microfinance institutions that have been inspired by his work. His contributions will always be remembered and honored, as he had made an enormous impact on the lives of millions of people living in poverty. Muhammad Yunus was a true visionary, who recognized that poverty was not a natural state, but rather a result of social and economic inequality. He believed that by providing small loans to the poor, he could empower them to start their own businesses and lift themselves out of poverty. His work was not without controversy, but his legacy lives on through the Grameen Bank and the many microfinance institutions that have been inspired by his work. He will always be remembered as a pioneering figure in the fight against poverty and a champion of social change.